Hi, Serena. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Tim. Welcome back to OWC Radio.
It's such an honor to be invited here. It really is.
No, it's always fun. And I forgot to tell you, I really do want you to share a pizza recipe with us before you go. Don't let me forget that, okay?
You're on.
Let me just introduce you for people who've had their head in the sand and may not know. You are the team leader for the macOS software for all of that at OWC. And you have been writing storage drivers for many, many years.
Decades. Someone who used to work for me went to work for Apple, and he said, if you ever start writing storage drivers, nobody will ever let you stop. And I wrote my first driver in '86, and I think almost every project I've worked on has been a storage driver of some sort or another. So he was right. I thought he was crazy, but he was right.
You are doing a great service to all of us. What you do is so important. I want people to know more about Softraid. You recently did an update, but before we get into any of that, can you tell people what Softraid is for those who don't know?
A RAID in general is a way of combining multiple disk drives. And in the early days of RAID, it was either have multiple disk drives where each disk drive backed up every other disk drive, so you have multiple copies of the same data, or you got super speed by putting all the data, spreading out over multiple disks, just like you can get many more cars down a 4-lane freeway than you can down a simple country road. It was exactly the same thing. Each disk was like a lane on the freeway. It could take that many things going down at once. And once you had more of them, they were just going all at once. And the data was streaming through many different disk drives at once. And people realized that with that speed came a problem in that since the data got divvied up onto all these different disk drives, if one disk drive failed, you lost everything. Say you have 4 disk drives, every fourth block would be zeros. It would be black on a video frame. So your data is unusable. So in the 70s and 80s, the people who were working on RAID and developing it came up with another algorithm where there was a checksum, if you will, stored on the last disk. So you had 4 disks. The first 3 disks had data. The last one has this sort of checksum. And if any of the other disks fail, you can go and recreate what was on them by taking the remaining disks and this checksum and mathematically computing what it is. And that's basically the fundamental part of what RAID 4 and RAID 5 is.